the number to vet for that day. They were not certain, but they were saying that they won't vet all.
Can you tell this committee what really happened?
We had an indication that they were having a caucus meeting. And so they slated 10 a.m. for start. We couldn't. They came to say that they were having a caucus meeting. So when they eventually came for us to start, it was quite past the 10 a.m. or even past 11. Yeah.
Honorable Majority Chief, you are a principal officer in this house.
Yes.
Are you proud of what happened on that day?
Well, not at all. And I take responsibility. So when my punishment came, I took it in good faith. Others disagreed that essentially if punishment were to be meted out, it ought not to be me. But I agree in principle that you need to punish the leaders for what happened. Consensus building failed for that night. If my counterparts were not minded to be insistent on his modus operandi for that day, wouldn't have experienced that. But he insisted. And once they decided to disrupt, raise tables, raise chairs, what can I do? What could I have done? Just to suffer for the punishment. So, but going forward, I believe that that's why I said this work will be a good guide. Whatever recommendations you do will be a good guide going forward. A lot of things ought to be streamlined from now onwards.
You just mentioned that consensus failed. Now, I quite also remember the Honorable Deputy Speaker, the Chair of the Appointment Committee, also confirming what you said, that they have waived, or the committee waived, some of the processes as soon as the letter comes deemed to. Now, if you, the two members, both minority and majority, has agreed that some of these waivers should be accepted, don't you think that when they came to you and said, well, we're not going to do more than these numbers, you could have also given as a way of accepting the minority side than pushing on to finish the 8 nominees or the 9 nominees on the same day?
Chairman, there's a reasonableness to everything. And in the primariness of what we do, we are 7 people. We had scheduled people, nominees, from the week before. And there was no fault of theirs that we had the vetting for Wednesday was truncated. It ought not to affect those slated for Thursday. So if committee was adding workload to Thursday's work, those originally slated for Thursday ought to be attended to. Okay. 2, when you want to vary earlier agreed positions, you don't do it with fisticuffs and you don't do it like that. We engage, we judge, and you don't do it to people who have been asked to come and are ready to appear. You don't go and tell them that go back and come tomorrow. It's as if the committee is acting whimsically. So if they had disagreements, it should be about the following day's work for me, not work that had already been programmed. That was why I had a disagreement with them, that we had this program for today. So your insistence that we won't continue is political, nothing other than that. And if I want to agree with you politically, I'll also be damaging myself politically. So I also insisted that we should work. In any case, if you disagree, you walk, you leave us alone. We had quorum to continue with work, but to disrupt it, unacceptable.
Thank you very much, Majority Chief Whip. I think we've had enough of you today. We'll call upon you when the time arises again. And thank you so much for attending upon this committee. You are honorably discharged.
Most grateful, Chair. Thank you for the opportunity.
We will take Honorable Samson Ahi. After that, we'll have Mr. George Glory Opeku, who indicated that he's ready.
I
Honorable Samson Ahi,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much, Honorable Samson Ahi, Deputy Minister Designate. Let me use this opportunity to congratulate you for your nomination as a Deputy Minister Designate for Trade and Agribusiness, right? Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Chairman.
Do you want to watch the video, or you've already watched the video and know what we are about?
I have everything in mind. What happened that day?
Okay. We saw a gentleman who looks like you in the video. Can you confirm whether you are the one?
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I was around that very day, sitting third seat to where Honorable Dr. Renato is sitting.
Can you tell this committee what happened on that day, the 30th of January 2025, Thursday?
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Chairman, Monday before Thursday, when the incident happened, Honorable Akando, you know he's from the Western North region, had told us that he has been scheduled to go through vetting on Thursday at 3 p.m. So our chiefs had come from the Western North. They were put in the hotel because they gave them the time of 3 p.m. We have brought the chiefs to Parliament at 3 o'clock. So around 5 p.m., we hadn't heard anything. So I personally came here to inquire from the chairman and then the chief whip whether or not Akando's vetting was still going to come on. And they confirmed to me that it was going to come on. So I even went back and informed the chiefs who were getting a little worried because they thought that the vetting would start at 3 p.m. So I went to them and assured them that Akando's vetting was going to come on, even though not at 3 p.m. as earlier planned. So most of us from the Western North MPs were here. So I was sitting down. At a point, the minority side left. And then, as soon as they came back, the minority leaders started confronting the clerk of the committee. And then...
Sorry, you said at a point the minority side left. They left to where?
They left for about, I think, 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
Before they came back.
And then they came back again.
When they were coming back, they were talking. That...
Do you know the exact time that they left and came back? Can you give this committee the exact time?
This should be around 6:30, around 6:37. Around 6:37. So when they came in, they were shouting. It was like a collective thing. They have all agreed that the vetting should not come on because they are tied to them. So they started dismantling the table and destroying the marks. So at a point, it became like for and against. So the minority group were making sure that the vetting will not come on. And then the majority group, who were also here, were insisting that the vetting should come on. So you will see that Honorable Anodompe will pull the table away, and you have some majority MPs who are trying to also bring it back to make sure that the vetting will go on. This traveled for about, I think, 30 minutes, and everything was in disarray until the, I think, majority leader came in and then restored order and announced that that day the vetting has been postponed to the following day. In all this, the nominee, Honorable Akando, had already taken his seat. Honorable Akando has already taken his seat. If I remember very well, he had even been sworn in before the scaffold started. So in a nutshell, that is what I can say about what happened that day. Thank you.
Sorry, this is just to clarify, Honorable. You said the Honorable member had been sworn in. Did you see it happen, or did you assume he was sworn in?
I think he was sworn in.
But you're not sure?
If I remember very well, he was sworn in.
From our record, he wasn't sworn in. He was about to be sworn in, and the clerk insisted that he wants the chaos to calm down before she saws in Honorable Akando. So Akando was not sworn in.
I'm saying I saw him holding the Bible, something like that.
Yeah, Honorable Member, you said at a point the minority leader left with, is it with the entire minority caucus or the leadership of the appointment committee rather left?
It's the minority leader and his group who left. So when they came in fact, when they left, I thought that they have boycotted the vetting. So I was even making a sign to Akano that this is going to go through quickly. So when they came back, I said, what? These people have come back. So the group left and came back with that scene.
So did they come back with even additional numbers, or the very group that left were those who came back? Because when we listened to some earlier, some even called for reinforcement from the minority caucus, because observing the videos, you could see that most of them were not even part of the appointment committee, but they were here in their numbers. So in the midst of that scaffold, they call for reinforcement. That's why I'm saying that when they left and came back, did they come back with a bigger number than what they had initially?
That is exactly what happened. When they were leaving, I think there were about 5 of them, but they came back with about 9 people. I don't remember the exact number, but there were more than the number that left the meeting room.
Honorable Member, can you confirm that the security that was provided on that day was adequate?
Yeah, I think nobody thought of what was going to happen.
I'm saying that to distort the process. Going forward, what do you think, as a parliament or the appointment committee, what do you think should happen in future?
You know, I mean, the normal parliamentary practice, they will register their displeasure and then walk out. But it's not.
Like an earlier question that I posted to our whip. I'm very sure that if they would like to follow the laid down rules, probably this scene that we saw the other time wouldn't have happened. And I can see that they wouldn't want to walk out, but to distort the process. Going forward, what do you think, as a parliament or the appointment committee, what do you think should happen in future?
You know, I mean, the normal parliamentary practice is that if a group don't support certain course of action, they will register their displeasure and then walk out. But it seems to me that this current minority group, they will not stage a walkout, but they will make sure the place become ungovernable. They make sure if you feel strongly that